everybody. How are you guys doing? It's Ariana, your tarot life coach. I hope you guys are doing wonderful. And as we are drawing closer to October, I'm going to let you guys know my videos may be a little bit late. I have not started my monthlies. I'm still catching up on videos for from the special. So I hope to have those up probably around the 3rd or the 4th. And if I get some out sooner, it'll go in the order of the birthdays. So Libras will be first, and then on and on and on. So with that out the way, I want to say thank you to everybody who tunes in and who shows love and all the great comments and the sharing you guys do. I really appreciate it, and hopefully you guys are getting some therapeutic relief and feeling great about it. So this video is just a general read on the energy surrounding the new moon that's coming in for us on September 30th in my neck of the woods, and maybe on October 1st in your neck of the woods. So basically, what the heck is a black moon? Well, I have never heard of that, and don't think that I just wake up and know what things are. I wish I did. I wish I was an astrology pro. But you guys, I have to watch videos. I have to read. I have to listen to what other people say, almost to understand. And I don't have a background in astrology. I would love to study it as time goes by, because I think that it has profound effect and so much depth inside of it. And I have mad respect for people who can sit there and read a chart and explain to me the energies in my chart. So mad respect to all my astrologists out there. And if you don't watch astrology and you're wondering who to watch, I love this guy named the Leo King. I think that's his name, but I absolutely love him. I love his energy, and I just love his way of being. I watch Kelly, I think it's Russo, and I forget the other people's names. I wish I would have wrote it down. But I just want to tell you that, if you're ever curious about sometimes, why am I feeling this way? It could be the way that the planets are aligned. It could be just the things that are in conjunction or squaring or those kinds of things. So just check those kinds of stuff out, So a little bit about what's going on with this moon. It's in Libra. So we're going to have a lot of need for companionship, being social, finding our happy balance. And this is going to bring in some peace. This is a great time to pick a goal, commit, and rebalance. And when I say rebalance, y'all remember when we were in science class growing up? This is before we had the cool electronic weights. Yes, I moved. And you had to do the old school scales and balance. And you put a rock over here, and then you had to measure, see if that rock would make a balance over here. And it was kind of tedious. That could be what the energy is for some. Not for all, okay? So, excuse me. So the people that might be most affected by this are the ones that are 4 to 12 degrees of the cardinal sign, which is going to be Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. So you guys might feel the most effect of this new moon. And the way that when I heard about it, it was saying that this black moon is when there's 2 moons in 1 month, and it makes it ultra feminine. I'm sorry, you guys. And this is a turning point for some. One person explained it as now this is the second part of the year. Okay, with that being said, this moon for me is like a freaking cheer squad, and all the planets are in the club getting tipsy. I don't know if y'all remember that song. But that's how I feel they're all supporting this new energy that's coming in. So it's going to be a time for you to trust your intuition, love yourself, and pump the positivity. Okay? A little bit more in the notes that I have. It's Libra's like a people pleaser, So it's about keeping that in balance and keeping that in check. So set your goals. Harmony and balance in all relationships. And opportunities for new beginnings. So with that being said, guys, when there's a new beginning, guess what? There's usually an ending. So it's about balance, balancing those things out and understanding. Well, what I thought was interesting is that we have Jupiter entering into Venus, and it's wrecking shop, guys. It's here to make things bigger and better. So love, life, and money might be expanding, stepping out and taking risks, seeing the good things that you already have in these areas and making them better. Okay? So one of them said that it's a really good idea to kind of get your chart done. You can kind of do it online if you want to, get one for free, and just kind of play around with it and see where Libra is for you. Because in your chart, depending on when you were born, what time you were born, and where you were born, it's going to tell you where certain signs are located for you. And then when the planets land there, which house it'll be affecting and that kind of stuff. But right now it's in Venus, and that is what is controlling the need for harmony and balance. So with that being said, I pulled a card and we have the Hunter of Conflict. I feel like this card just loves to pop out all the time, and I don't know why, but I guess we're gonna go with it because I'm like, damn, Hunter of Conflict again. I want some peace, damn it. But I think it's like not like harsh conflict. I'm thinking it's more like this inner debate that's going on with us. That's telling us, what do I want in life? Where do I want to go? And what the hell has just been happening? Because this energy has been building up since 2005, I think they said. So you need to look at what happened in your relationships around 2004, 2005, because that cycle needs to be over. And this is a good time to reflect and say, I need this change in my life and I'm ready to take it. So facing obstacles, having courage, healing, restoring balance, and harnessing strength to achieve peace. With that being said, we will jump right into our read. Let's bless our cards together. It does not want to go. And that will be it. Okie dokie. So this is going to be a 5-card read, okay? And I'm going to move the Hunter of Conflict to the side, right over here. And we will jump right into it. And the Hunter of Conflict was from the Shamans Oracle by John Matthews and Will Kinghan. And I will be using the Babylonian Tarot by Sandra Tabatha Cicero. If I could talk, you guys, I guess I must be super exhausted. Okay, so the present. Boom, boom, boom. 2 of disc. What we need to let go of. Okay. Our new goals. I got the power. We need to focus on this. Oh, holy moly. I don't know if I want to focus on that yet. I am not ready for the tower, damn it. And then the moon's energy. Damn it. All right. And then the overall energy of the read is going to be transportation. Lord help me. Transformation. All right. Let me check the light. Hallelujah. Okay. So we have the 2 of disc energy, which is what we're going through right now. And what did I just say? We have to freaking balance our life. Sometimes I get really upset when I know that I'm imbalanced. And right now, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I do feel a little bit imbalanced. I'm still trying to figure out how to navigate through through having a 1-year-old. And I've never had 2 kids in my life. And I don't know how to do this. And I'm a single parent. And when do I have time? And so that's what I'm going through. So like, this is a very general read. And you just have to apply it to the area of life that you might be having trouble with. If this is in love, if this is in a relationship, whatever you want to do, apply it to that situation, guys, because this is a very general read, okay? And this is just for all signs. This is just the general energy that I'm picking up for the new moon. All right, so in the present, we have the 2 of disc. The 2 of disc is all about balance. It's all about making things work in harmony, juggling the opposites, the flora and fauna. Because it's a favorable money situation. But it's time to be flexible, to take some risks, and just be calm with yourself. And in this one, I like to think like the little alien in the back is watching the other alien in the front, wondering, why aren't you with me? Why aren't you, why is your wheel going a different way? So for some, you might be seeing that this cycle with a lover or with even a friendship is starting to pull to an end. And I tell my friends this all the time, and I feel bad because it makes me seem like I'm cold-hearted. And I don't think I am. But sometimes, guys, I know we're trained to believe that love is meant to last forever, for a lifetime. We believe in fairy tales. And I do believe in perfect and true love. But I also believe that there are some relationships in our lives that are meant to teach us a lesson, to develop and grow as human beings. And we don't have to leave angry because it's over. And that leads us into our next phase of life. So if you've noticed that you're in a relationship and you feel like it's imbalanced, then this is a great time with the Two of Discs to put things into balance, okay? Now, what we need to let go of is this idea of perfection, this idea that everything is going to be wonderful and we're going to be whole and we're going to be complete and we're perfect human beings, and whatever we're looking for has to be perfect also. Perfection is really hard to reach, guys. And if you are at the end of a cycle, for some who are at the end of their cycle and they're ready to start something new, this is a great time. The universe is almost saying, hey guys, this is over. You need to let go of the past and it's time to go fly high with the stars. Let's get back into Genesis because that's the first card in my deck. And let's move on like the Fool. And let's go explore something new. Because this is over. The keys to the kingdom, we've come full circle. It's the ending of one phase and the beginning of another. And this is when the universe was created. This is on and key. And like I'm saying, if this is a relationship, you might have felt like you were with your soulmate. You might have felt like this was a very karmic situation. You see how there's 2, 2, 1, 2, 1? And it's like, what happened? You know, we used to be so close and now we're not. Life happens, guys. We grow, we separate. And it's not because we hate each other. It's just because shit happens. So basically, when they were together, On and Ki split up because of a Leo. On is the sky god and Ki is Aruru. Ki came to Earth. She could not stay with him any longer. So she had to create a new life. And she ended up with the magician. The thing is, you are capable of creating the most beautiful life you can create because you are the writer of your destiny. You do not have to listen to what others say, and that has to be let go. If you are ready for a new adventure, this is a great time to begin. Okay, now moving right along, our new goals is the 9 of Wands. So when I see this, I kind of think about the whammy card. And I don't know if you ever remember that show growing up, No More Whammies, and it was like these little devils that would pop out and they'd press the button, it'd be like wah, wah, wah. And then there's no whammies, no whammies. That's kind of like what I feel like that big X is. Guys, you're gonna go through something. This is our new goal is worth fighting for. It is worth the battle. It is worth it because you will have victory, but you gotta work. You know, a lot of times we want life to just be super copacetic and easy. And you know, some things are for some people and some things aren't for others. But we all suffer in different areas. And I think when we look at other people's lives, we're like, oh, damn, they got it so easy. You know, they don't have to worry about nothing. And I'm over here struggling. But you don't know the struggle. And you don't know what they're going through. And you don't know how hard it is for them to wake up every morning. So not everyone is in the same place. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. But with the 9 of Wands, what I'm really picking up is basically, I wish I had my stuff in order because I'm like trying to figure out I'm not missing anything. It's just wanting you to pull through, fight the good fight, and don't give up. Don't give up whatever it is. And your new goals, you don't want to give up. You want to fight ahead. This is about discernment, tremendous strength and stability. You can do this, okay? This is a great time to just go for it. You're seeking justice and fairness because you're balancing the scales and you're no longer putting up with all this like heaviness and all this drama, all these things pulling at you. And it's like a big X on top of those, like, no whammies. Focus on the tower. I didn't want to focus on the tower. So what the tower has for us is a lot of times people are afraid of the tower. Sometimes I'm pretty freaking afraid of the tower too because I'm like, oh shit, what's going to happen next? But the tower has for us a cleansing-like energy. And I don't know, I've probably said this in a lot of videos, but I always hear Sean Paul in my head. We'd be burning. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, get out of my head. And I don't know the whole song or I would probably end up singing it. But I like hear the music dee, 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 in my head. And I think it's because endings, okay, I hate saying goodbye. I hate even hanging up the phone because I'm an idiot. And I'm like, okay, well, all right. And I'll talk to you later. And then it takes me freaking forever to say goodbye. And I'm like, dude, I should have hung up a long time ago. So with the Tower, it's almost like we didn't want to say goodbye to something. So focus on this. You weren't ready to end something, but the universe is saying this cycle, this whatever it is, maybe it was like you've had a string of bad relationships. Maybe you were in this relationship that didn't treat you right. Maybe you're at a job that doesn't treat you right. Maybe your family is just getting on your damn nerves. I don't know. Restructuring, destruction of the old in order to rebuild the new. We gotta wipe the slate clean. It's like when you were little and you had this big thing you were building with Legos or those little wooden blocks, and that one kid came by and just kicked it all down, and you're like, ugh. But then you're like, oh, but now I can do it a different way. So that's what it's about. That's what you have to focus on. Not so much about all of the battle, the war, the strife that's going on. And it's not going to be that impactful for everyone. Not everyone's going to be going through burning it down to the ground. Not every girl's going to be on fire like Alicia Keys. But for some, it's going to be felt more like their world falling apart. So I have the universe, right? And that's what we have to let go, is that whatever the universe represents for you, right? And you have to focus on rebuilding, restructuring, redefining your universe, redefining what is balance for you, maybe. What is happiness for you, okay? And then the moon's energy is like this 6 of Wands reversed. Why reversed? But I guess the reason why it's coming out reversed and what I'm feeling that it is, it's just that it's going to be a little bit slower for some. We might be a little bit delayed because when change happens, it's not like we get super excited and we say, oh, I'm just so happy to change. I'm so glad everything's so different. No, we don't really need to say that when those things happen, okay? It's always like, why does this have to happen today? So news might be delayed. There might be a little bit of pride. And this is a great time to kind of just slow things down. Go to the 5 of Wands. Find out what that hidden conflict is, which is more than likely being out of balance. And when we realize what we can put into balance, that 6 of Wands will turn around and it will be our victory, okay? That's how I'm reading it. Now, you might think that I'm crazy and be like, that did not make any sense. So, before I move on, this is what I'm getting. In the present moment, we are trying to balance our life situations, our relationships, what makes us happy, okay? What we have to let go of is something that has ended its cycle. It is over. Don't hang on. If it's time to go, grab your bag and go, okay? Your new goals is all about fighting the good fight, moving ahead, moving with purpose, discernment, wisdom, knowing when to hold them, know when to fold them. All right. My Kenny Rogers is coming out. So that's what the 9 of Wands is about. Then it walks us right into focusing on the Tower. Whatever's got to go, baby, let the universe take it. Grab you a Newport, smoke you a cigarette, whatever it is you do. And if you don't smoke, and if you don't drink, I don't know, grab you a chai tea latte and just enjoy the view, because now you get to build it up the way you want it to be, okay? Now, the moon's energy is going to delay things because of all this change, and we are human beings and we don't like change. Going into the overall energy of the read is death, and death has got a lot for us right here. This is Ereshkigal. Ereshkigal, she says, if you have some shit going on that you don't want to face, guess what I'm here to do? I'm going to make you face it. Death does not have to be something scary or frightening. But I feel like when I see Ereshkigal, I get excited when I see her. And it's because I know it's coming. I know the energy that she brings with her. She is the queen of the great below. She's the darker side of Ishtar. This is Ishtar's sister, the high priestess, okay? And she is here to let you know that whatever you're trying to ignore or suppress, whatever you're trying to put on the back burner, it's coming out. Okay, it cannot be ignored anymore because it's time for a change. It's time for transformation. It is time to speak the truth to ourselves and speak the truth to others. It is attributed to Scorpio, okay? And I forget, I think Venus is moving into Scorpio also, or it's been in, I don't remember. Girl, I don't watch so many damn videos, I don't remember. But transformation is coming. Metamorphosis, a situation that can't be avoided. Bam, tower, okay? It just can't be avoided. But it's destruction that's actually a blessing in disguise. It's something that needed to happen. It's the cycle is over. I don't know how many times we have to see that the cycle is over. The cycle is over. The cycle is over. And we're ready. We're ready for something new. Death is being welcomed in. So if you're in a relationship that's unhappy, death is saying, let it go. It cannot be fixed. Be brave and walk away as Ishtar did when she walked through hell. And if you're single, you need to change. You need to build your self-esteem in order for love to come. That's the balance and restoration. That's you saying, you know what? I'm done with that. I'm moving on. Might take me some time, but I got it. Okay? So that's what I'm picking up for the new moon. I hope that makes sense for you guys. I want to pull an oracle card for you guys. Let's see what we got here. And there we go. Wounded healer. My friend. Be patient. Let things really heal. Allow the light to cover you. Is there something in your life that you want healing? When this card shows up, guys, it's saying it's coming. The healing is coming. Wrap yourself up in the healing and metamorphosize. You have to become, we might be, the caterpillar right now? We might be in the chrysalis right now. Or we might be an emerging butterfly, because this card is representative of the butterfly energy. The wounded healer is saying, spread your wings and fly when you are ready, when you have allowed the change to happen. So when you are in balance and you are ready to proceed, this year is awaiting you. The second part, I know that it's like month 10 coming up or whatever, but this is like a new beginning, guys, with this new moon. Set your intentions. Be honest with yourself. Be truthful with yourself. What do you want? Where can you start? And what can you do more of to get that final outcome? So hopefully the wounded healer is teaching us something. And I think this came out for us in the weekly read also for the oracles. It is all about healing. When we are healed and we are whole, or we feel better, we can help others feel better. It's a projection of our energy. So be open to healing. Do what feels good. Pamper yourself during this time. Treat yourself. Make yourself feel good, because it's important to feel good, guys. And I hope this read resonates with y'all. I hope it touches base. Good luck with the new energy. Let me hear about it. Let me hear about your rituals that you're going to do for the new moon. I need to set my intentions. I enjoy doing these kinds of things. I enjoy celebrating anything that is connecting me to the universe. So great big hugs. Lots of love, guys. Lots of blessings. Be patient with me with October's reads. They're coming. I might be shooting them on October 1st, but you're going to get them by the 3rd. Okay? God bless you guys, and lots of love.